taught people it's this wonderful right and we've got to defend it and it's so great. But I know what it came out of. I know about Margaret Sanger. But every time I talk to these people, they say, do you want to adopt these black babies? And I go, actually, there are people lined up too. And now we have a video of one of these abortionists that's hit the news saying this. And then I also know about the British head abortionist lady who was sending all these love letters to Hitler. Paul Watson did an article about this yesterday. But my point is, when I've talked to a lot of black leaders who are establishment, they don't want to discuss the fact that 51% of black people in the last 38 years in this country have not been born. And we, of course, have covered that and talked to the few black pastors and others that actually will speak about it. But I'm not like some bleeding heart PC person running off to, earn brownie points that I'm over here, oh, let's save the black children. It does freak me out when I think about the fact that these people are posing and operating as liberals. And the truth is, like Margaret Sanger said, we're going to hire some black preachers. We're going to act liberal so I can kill these weeds. And then you see them today saying it. And I've run into it many times where I'm like, listen, you need to stop pushing abortion in the schools. The people want to adopt those kids, and they say, you don't want those black babies. It's like a statement. Now we have it on tape again. I don't know if you saw 2 years ago. People called Planned Parenthood and said, I want to give money to kill blacks. They're like, yes, sir, we'll make sure that money's to kill black children. My point is they take this and distribute it out to everybody. So even if somebody doesn't like black people, or even if some black folks don't like white people, whatever the case is, the point is this global system hates everybody, from my experience. And whatever it beta tests in a group that it sees as weak and unpopular, Muslims, whatever, it will then export onto everybody. That's always been the plan. So I'm ranting now. I'm going to play before we went live here, I played you the clip. You heard it. But let's play it again for the viewers out there. Guys, we have that ready? Let's go ahead and roll that clip one more time where the abortionist is saying to the Christians, the white Christians, he says, listen, you adopt these ugly black babies. And they said, yes, let us adopt them. Here's that clip.
Don't put it on the taxpayer, okay? I don't wish to pay for the baby with my money.
You would rather profit off
okay, you get it?
You would rather profit off of those children?
No, I'm not profiting. I, as a taxpayer, do not wish to pay for those babies to be born and brought up and kill those people in Colorado. Go ahead and pay for that. Let me see you adopt one of those ugly black babies, okay?
We do.
If you tell us, we'll adopt them.
Yeah, go ahead. Adopt those babies, okay? Take them off the taxpayers' money, okay?
Give us a chance to adopt them.
But I didn't know that it was a black person, they said, did the shootings in Colorado. I thought the patsy was a white guy. But, I mean, there he is saying, then you adopt the ugly black babies. I thought black babies are pretty darn cute, like all the other babies. But, again, there's this idea going on here that, well, I mean, there it is. What do you say to that?
Well, what I say to that, Alex, is anything they can do, as despicable, as utterly ridiculous as it is, anything they can do or say to keep us divided and fighting against each other. I mean, come on, you black the black babies, it's almost like people saying, oh, I love Obama. Why? Because he's black. I mean, let's stop being ridiculous here, and let's start actually thinking. Let's start critically thinking. And the bottom line is, like you said, it's not about black babies or, white babies, brown babies, yellow babies, red babies. It's about humanity. And when people, go off into this ridiculous, I mean, this is so absurd. With all due respect, my brother, this is so absurd. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying that clip. Here are people out here talking this nonsense when they should be honing in on the common interests of everyday, ordinary black, white, brown, red, and yellow people.
No, I agree, but let me ask you this question, because you've been in this from the start of the time you were born. Why does the eugenicist New World Order crowd really have it out for black folks worldwide? Because you are the apple of their eye. I mean, they want to kill everybody, and they say that, but they really want to kill folks from Africa. Why, I mean, from your research, why is that?
Well, I'm glad you said folks from Africa, because, you notice I always call you my brother. And I do that not only politically, but I do it personally. As far as I'm concerned, Africa is the mother of civilization. Therefore, I do not refer to myself as a, quote, African American. I refer to myself as a black American. Why? Simply because We are all African Americans. Excuse me. You, whether you're white and, you know, black, brown, red, yellow, you know, turquoise, we all come from Mother Africa and we all live on Mother Earth. So the bottom line is that we need to understand that our struggle is a united struggle. The eugenics, they can play all that they want. They're going to come up with, you know, even as we're talking right now, Alex, I'm sure they're working on yet another plan. Malcolm X used to say they're always planning like as if in a laboratory, always planning what can we do next to keep these rats divided. You know what? We need to be planning what can we do next to keep ourselves united, strong, and powerful, and as a people, collectively as a people. So
I agree. Then what do we do to get united? Because there's so much divide and conquer going on out there. I mean, and then the ruling class are inbred and insane. I mean, you inbreed a dog, they go crazy. I mean, so what do you do?
What you do is, first of all, turn off that damn mainstream, what I call corporate stream media. That media is nothing but a propaganda arm that Goebbels and Hermann Goering would be incredibly proud of today. Turn off the corporate stream media. Tune in to programs that are going to give you a serious alternative view, or views, plural, not just one view, but views. You know, we need to stop being laboratory rats.
I agree.
All of us.
They want to limit our options, and that's what I say. People say, you have one guest on one day saying one thing, and then another guest the next day, and I go, yeah, I want to learn. I want to hear all the ideas. I want to be challenged. I don't want to just hear mainline conservative talk radio, the same thing over and over again, or NPR, the same thing over and over again. When it gets down to it, it's limited choices trying to keep us on the reservation.
That's right. The reservation plantation. That's what I refer to it as. The reservation plantation. And as long as they can keep us on the reservation / plantation, then what are we? We're laboratory rats. It's time for us to take our destiny into our own hands as we the people. Let's make the Constitution real. Let's take it back. Let's tweak it. Let's turn it into something, as we used to say in the Black Panther Party, that really represents all power to the people, Alex. All power to the people. Not these blood-sucking corporatists. Oh, my God, don't even get me started. But
let's go back here, because they try to radicalize groups, and by radicalize, make them say ridiculous and stupid things. They do them to all groups. They try to do it with us, so they take things we say out of context. Right. But going back, because we talked about this briefly last time, and I saw people commenting, wanting to know more, because I know you're more of an expert on this than I am by far, probably one of the leading experts. Malcolm X, incredibly articulate, super smart guy, amazing oratory skills, just like you have. We know why they put you in jail for no reason with COINTELPRO. You know, they're scared of the pen is mightier than the sword, the voice, the information. Yeah. But when he did realize that it was divide and conquer they wanted, that's when they had to get rid of him, because they built him up because he was helping divide and conquer. As soon as he was about unity, they had to kill him. Elaborate on that and where you think we'd be today if people like Malcolm X hadn't been killed. Well,
thank you. That is incredible. That's an incredible question. The fact is that Brother Malcolm evolved. Malcolm was talking, you know, about, you know, kill Whitey and the white devil. Well, I don't think Malcolm actually ever said kill Whitey, but he's a white devil, blah, 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 blah. The government loved it. Oh, yes, he's wonderful. That's our boy, you know. But as soon as Malcolm evolved and he realized that, no, that's not what it's about. It's about collective unity. We're human beings, all of us here. All of these are my sisters and my brothers. Oh, my God. Then the government said, oh, no, you've got to eliminate this man. Why, this man is out here talking about unifying the people against who? Against them. Against them. And that's right. And that's the whole thing of what you're doing, what I am trying to do, what others are trying to do, is to unify the people. We don't have a magic wand. We don't have a yellow brick road to follow. But what we do have is our common sense and our human goodwill. And we must stop letting these insidious, insipid pieces of manure called the government, I call them the corporate syndicate, government, really subvert everything that we try to do. All this left-right nonsense, hey, dispense with this left-right, false paradigm. This is a false paradigm. It is a paradigm to keep people divided. Democrat, Republican. They're Republic rats. They're rats. R-A-T-S, all of them. Let's deal with the people. It is time for a second American revolution. And this time, that includes all the people, black, white, brown, red, yellow, all the people, male and female, my brother. So what do we need to do? We need to make sure that under no circumstances do we allow these insidious pieces of manure to keep us divided, to keep us subjugated, to keep us in fear of each other, because that's what it's about. Whether it's Barack Obama, Mitt Romney, or whatever other Martian they come up with. It's not about the people, but we the people, are the only ones who are.
I like the fact that you call them Martians, because if you really look at Barack Obama and Mitt Romney and who backs them and what they really stand for, it's identical. The rhetoric's a little bit different, but I mean, it's getting so close. And then I know all these Republicans are like, we've got to vote for him. And these mainline Republicans, they really, a lot of them do believe in freedom, all this stuff. They're just misled. They think Obama's the communist that's going to get them. They don't understand he's financed by big mega banks, and the commie thing is only one level of it. And then I talk to people that are like, well, Obama's a liberal. And then, like you said, 95% of black folks voting for him, saying, well, and then none of it got delivered. But it's like Coke, Pepsi, Ford, Chevy. It's not a real choice. It's this fake selection that they give us. And what do you say to people out there? Because they're going to say, well, if you're not saying vote for Obama, well, vote for Mitt Romney. No, the point is the whole thing is a fraud. So, I mean, what do you say to, black folks in the community you talk to that are like, well, I mean, you were imitating, oh, I love Obama. I mean, what do you say to them?
I say to him to remember the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, who said, and I quote, "We will judge people on the content of their character, not the color of their skin." So when black people say, I love Obama because he black, what? No, I'm going to just say it. You know it's true. He black. What? Excuse me? I didn't know that I was voting or supporting someone based on their pigmentation. I thought I was supposed to support someone, okay, based on what? Their character, what they have done, what their principles are, what their integrity is, okay? That's what I say, not only to black people, but to white people, to brown people, to red people, to yellow people. That's what I say to all people. And let me just throw this in real quick, Alex. Yes, I call them Martians, and by them I'm talking about the Mitt Romneys and the Barack Obamas. I'm speaking, of course, euphemistically, because we know the media are honing on that.
But they are alien compared to the rest of the people. They're part of that.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. You're right. You're absolutely correct. They are alien. And we must begin to understand and look at them for what they are, not for what we want them to be. We need to look at them for what they are and act accordingly. My brother, it is so simple. It is not, you don't need to be, I don't need to be a rocket scientist, a physicist to understand that.
Going back, because I wonder how they get military, FBI, others to go and frame innocent people, because just at an instinctive level or a spiritual level, I guess you call it God-fearing, I don't even want to do bad, but if I even think or imagine doing something bad consciously, I can like feel the fear. I guess what you mean, like man, that's bad mojo, whatever you want to call it, bad karma, bad reap what you sow. I could not imagine, even my enemies, it's almost like a sense of pride that if my enemy got in my face and hit me, I'm going to kick their butt, but I'm not going to go set somebody up. And I just wonder how people lie about people knowingly, how they try to destroy their lives, how they would put you and others, because it came out in Congress. There's been books written on it.